I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular Abington School Committee here for the month of June. Today's date is Tuesday, June 17, 2025. It's 6:30 p.m. in the Abington Middle High School Library. I should ask everybody to please stand to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mere formality, hearing of visitors. James, you don't want to talk? All right. Thank you. First up, I'll be looking for the committee to approval of the meeting minutes from our May meeting. When you have a second, I'll be looking for a motion to approve in a second.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, perfect. Anna Brown isn't able to make it tonight, so she did not provide me any kind of script or anything like that, so I don't have anything to go on. So we're just going to skip over that, and that will probably not be added back on at any point in time at this point. Anna has graduated and will be attending the University of Vermont in the fall. So up next, report of the Director of Finance and Operations, Sarah.
Thank you. The first update I have tonight is in regards to transportation. We have a little bit of a change this year that I just wanted to tell you about. On June 4th, a memo that was included in your packet was sent out to families to inform them that the Abington Public Schools is participating in the Community Eligibility Provision, also known as CEP, which is through the National School Lunch Program for the FY 25-26 school year. This provision allows all students to receive free breakfast and free lunch without needing to fill out a meal benefit application. This increases student access to meals in addition to reducing paperwork and simplifies the process for both schools and families. So following the lead of our other surrounding communities who are also participating in CEP, we will no longer be utilizing a transportation fee waiver form this year, which was something that families had to fill out in addition each year. Instead, we will rely primarily on direct certification to waive bus and athletic and other fees. Students who are automatically deemed direct certified, they are deemed direct certified if their households receive SNAP, TAFDC, and other similar assistance. Families who are not currently enrolled in this program are encouraged to apply through the Department of Transitional Assistance. And also, once a family is deemed direct certified, they'll receive a CEP information sharing form, which allows us to share that status with transportation and athletics and other programs. And lastly, those families that do not qualify for DTA benefits and are experiencing financial hardship, there is a special form for that located on our website, and they can fill that out and reach out for further information. Also, are there any questions on that?
Did you say, Sarah, it was sent out or it is going to be sent out?
It was sent out via ThrillShare on June 4th.
Okay, thank you.
All families.
When do the waivers and everything have to be filled in or submitted by? Because I know July 1st is the deadline for bus transportation forms.
Right. So bus applications should be submitted by July 1st so we can get our routes going. That's crucial. And there is no further paperwork needed this year if a family is on the direct certified list. So July 1st is the key deadline to getting those bus applications in. And I was also going to remind families to please have your bus applications in by July 1st.
Can I be the one? Can I be the mean person? July 1st is a deadline, not a suggestion. Please don't make it harder for all the other families by waiting until August. Every year we have someone says, oh, I just wait until the week before school. That makes it next to impossible. So please, July 1st is very much a deadline, not a suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that's all I have on transportation at this moment. Are there any questions?
I have just one question.
Yeah.
If you have a new enrollment into town or the kindergarten, have they all received, because I don't know if they're in Thrillshare yet, have they all received this communication as part of the welcome packet?
So new registrations that will be incoming have not received it yet, but we do have this memo available in the folio and online, so it is all a package.
Great.
And bus registration is part of kindergarten registration.
Okay.
And if they want to find out more information, if they don't qualify for those other benefits, do they go to the transportation link? Do they call
There
the
is,
administrative offices?
they would visit our website, and there is a form. They can call the superintendent's office. We can direct them to where the form is located. And then there is a form that they'll fill out, and they can reach out to me with any questions. My name and phone number are on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We will be sending out at least one more reminder before July 1st about bus applications, and we're also hoping that this year, with our communication through Thrillshare, that we know families are getting, and they're getting in their home language, that we will have a more robust response by July 1st.
That would be great.
We've also tried to hit on key areas this year, such as that transition between 6th grade and 7th grade. With Thrillshare, we're able to reach those certain groups that we tend to have people not sign up because they may be used to being mandated. So we're trying to hit on those target areas and use the communication capabilities of Thrillshare.
Thank you, Sarah.
So the next item on my list is our annual budget transfer. I first would like to just thank Nicole Leach for her dedication and pure determination in processing the final payrolls of this fiscal year. New system, new person, and she just stuck with it and was incredibly thorough and dedicated throughout the process. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank her.
Thank you.
So as you know, at the beginning of each year, the committee votes our initial allocation of salary and expense. And then at this time of year, as we reach the end of the fiscal year, we then ask the committee to vote our adjusted final allocation once our payrolls have been processed and our expenses are all planned out for next week. So with that being said, I would like to ask you to please note the final salary and expense applications for this school year. The salary account number is $23,759,818. The expense account number, $7,033,824, for a total of $30,793,642. I am requesting that the school committee approve the transfer of $152,000 from our salary account to our expense account. And this is inclusive of all salary and expenses from the general fund this fiscal year.
Thank you, Sarah. Does the amounts you showed, does that include the 152 moving or no?
It does,
Okay, all right.
yes.
Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, so if not, I'll be looking for a motion to approve the end-of-year budget transfer of $152,000 from the salary account line to the expense account line for fiscal year 2025.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.
So, thank you to the committee. I also just wanted to take a moment to thank Sarah. There's been, not only was she in a new position this year and trained a new accounts payable person at the beginning of the year, then we moved the new accounts payable person into the payroll position, and she's now training the new accounts payable person and doing all this other work. So her first year on the job, and it's been a lot, and very diligent and getting it done. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. So up next is the report of the superintendent, which is going to be basically me for this one. So as you know, the last meeting we had, Dr. Michelle gave her self-review, and I asked everybody to provide their comments and their ratings for Dr. Michelle for the same exact standards. Everybody did. Thank you very much. So I have in front of me a summary, and there were 4 standards in an overall, so I just picked one comment from each of us to read here tonight, Anybody can see the entire document online if they want to. It has all of our comments. Doesn't have names listed by who. I don't even know who wrote these except for my own. But I know there's a row for each person. If you remember, Dr. Michelle gave herself a proficient rating in every standard and a proficient rating overall. So we'll go through her official ratings as I go here. So standard 1 was instructional leadership. One thing I wanted to add, the ratings were determined based on the majority rating of each standard by the committee. So there's 5 of us. If it was 3, essentially that was the rating for that standard. And the overall was the majority of what the standards were. So standard 1 for instructional leadership, the committee rated you proficient. One comment says, iReady is a good addition for grades K through 6. Continue pushing rigor, high standards, and diverse course offerings for upper grades. School improvement plans and district strategic plan reflect instructional leadership. Lots of evidence of data-informed decision-making. Continue providing feedback to staff after walkthroughs. So standard 2 was management and operations. The committee also rated proficient for this one. One of the comments, Dr. Michelle tries to ensure that the students and staff have a safe environment to learn. With the challenges faced this school year, such as new immigration laws, the potential threat of ICE at schools, various threats to the Abington Public Schools, and additional unforeseen circumstances, she has managed to maintain effective communication to the appropriate stakeholders with the usage of a new communication system. In addition, she is in constant contact with the police and fire departments in town for additional resources. Standard 3 was family and community engagement. You were rated exemplary in this standard. Comment I'm going to read, Dr. Michelle has followed and exceeded a long-standing tradition of being present within the community to facilitate strong relationships with the students, families, and community partners. Over the course of the year, she has earned the trust and respect of the school community and the community at large within her new role. As difficult decisions are being made, these relationships allow for honest discourse and the understanding, and I don't know the end of what is, and understanding, we'll go with that, so, it got cut off, so thank you. Standard 4, professional culture, you rated proficient. Dr. Michelle is fantastic at reflection. She sets high expectations for herself and those around her and encourages continual improvement. She views her role in education in general as a journey and continues to highlight both our successes and opportunities to improve. She has a very level-headed mindset about issues that come up and not only executes on the immediate need, but thinks through the root cause of issues. And finally, so with 3 proficient and 1 exemplary, your overall rating is proficient. And one of the overall comments was, overall, I feel you've had a great year to start this phase of your professional career. It's not easy to follow someone who had done this for 15 years, but you have shown the ability to continue with the things that you learned in working together, while also successfully implementing many of your own ideas to grow off the positive impact that was left. It's been a pleasure being able to collaborate with you even more in this role, and I look forward to all that year 2 will bring for Abington as well as you. So that is a summary. Like I said, everything is available for anybody to see, all of our comments. You will not see all of our ratings where there's 1 rating from the committee, and so that's the rating you see, but anybody can see all of our comments online in the packet. I don't know if you had anything.
I do.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else had.
Anybody, yeah, if anybody else wanted to add anything, feel free. Sorry.
No.
I was gonna say, I hope the way I went about it was fine. I just figured I'd pick 1 comment from each person, so.
Being evaluated is awkward, and but I want to thank, this is a team, and it starts with this school committee, and I am so fortunate to work with all of you, and then nothing happens in a vacuum. I mean, we have an incredible staff, we have an incredible administrative team, and together we are going to continue doing great things. I think one of the comments that I appreciate is that celebrating what we do really well doesn't mean that we don't continue to strive for excellence and across all areas. So that's my goal. That's what I strive for every day. Celebrate the great things and acknowledge the things that we can continue to work on. And I really appreciate the reflective nature of this evaluation and the time that the committee took to write comments that were really meaningful to me. And so thank you for that. And I look forward to year 2, 3, 4, 5, et cetera. Thank you.
No, thank you. Does anybody else have anything to add, or all set? Okay. So Up next, new business and establishment of the next school committee date. At least tentatively, there's like 10 weeks between now and then, but it'll be Tuesday, August 26th, 2025 at 6:30 PM here in the library. In the packet, you will see the next, starting now, I guess, the subcommittee structure, which I shared with all of you, but it's also out there now for anybody who wants to see it, to know where everybody is. Dr. Micheller, Scaler, just quick, if you can, I've asked this before, just let the building, at least for the school council liaisons, let the building principals know that we're going to try our best, but all of us have full-time jobs as well and
Yep.
things like that, so we're there as needed. In addition, there's a list of at least what I said tentatively based on what we've always done in the past, next year's school committee meeting dates, August through June. And with that, I will mention again the July 1st deadline for transportation applications. Please, please, please get those in. I will post some reminders on Facebook as well. But it makes it so much more difficult. And if you get there too late, there's a chance at certain times you may get stuck as we're working through adding you to a bus where if you send it in 2 days before school starts, we're not going to have everything ready for that. So please get it in before July 1st.
We establish stops based on the applications that we get by July 1st. So the later that you apply, the less chance that there's going to be a stop near you.
That's a better way to put it. Thank you. I appreciate
Sorry.
that. No, it is. Anybody have anything to want to add before we?
I do have, last summer, like the beginning of August, we put out that one-page sheet about dates, days, things like that. Are we going to be doing that again this year? So people can relax and know that all that information will be hitting their
Yeah.
inbox at the beginning of August about?
Yeah, I feel like it might have been the end of July, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's right around there.
Okay, so that's when people can start to, okay, perfect.
It
Thank
may
you.
look a little different because it'll come through Thrillshare
Thrillshare.
versus Constant Contact, so the formatting might not be the same, might not be as pretty,
Well,
but it's going to have all the same information.
Perfect, because I know personally I loved having all that on one sheet, so, but at least families have a timeline of when they can start looking for things to hit the inbox in some format or another, so. And bus things, July 1st.
One more clarifying date. ESY starts after the 4th of July, is that
July
correct?
s- July 7th, yeah.
July 7th. So Golenowitz will be busy again
Yes.
come July 7th for the month of July.
You got it.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah, and I know school just ended, but I know people are always looking for school supply lists. Are we gonna provide those ahead of time? Does anyone know, or?
They're usually generic grade level or supply lists are posted on each school's website.
Perfect, thank you.
And then letters from teachers have more specific.
Shout out, there's also, if it's not already, it'll be posted very soon, recommended summer reading for kids will also be on the website.
It's
Okay,
on
great.
the middle school, high school website, and there's perhaps a printout for that at the public library already. And I'm not sure about the elementaries, I haven't
Great.
gotten that
Okay.
far, sorry.
All right, great. There was one thing I wanted to mention, I failed to mention. So we will probably be meeting as a committee. There'll be a public announcement for the meeting. In the beginning of July, we do have a tentative agreement with the Abington Education Association. So the plan is for us to meet in early July, most likely via Teams or Zoom, but there will be a link provided for anybody who wants to be out there for us to ratify that contract. That's still TBD, the exact date and what might happen, but I wanted to put that out there for everybody to know.
And can I do a shout out for our local hurdler, Aiden Calcano de Silva, who just participated at New England's, did a tremendous job and is on his way to nationals.
Fantastic.
Yep.
All right, so with that said, for perhaps the last time, by roll call vote in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, for the purpose of conducting strategy session for negotiation with the Abington Education Association Units A and B and non-union personnel, since as declared by the chair, to hold this discussion in open session may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the committee and not to return to regular session. So we'll adjourn from executive session. I'm just looking for a roll call vote to go into executive session and take part in that. So Pam?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody, and have a wonderful summer.